I gotta get
Start
laundry.
start it up, Chris. Wait, so when did
Welcome
you?
Oh
to
man.
Oh Man. Welcome to Oh Man, another episode of Who's Your Nose podcast
Uh-huh.
with Chris, Mikey, and Chris.
Yeah, you don't have to mistake the Chris's because Chris with the C has a vagina now because he's doing all the housework.
Well, I'm the one home all the time.
I do all the housework around here too, son of a. I'm just kidding.
Well, you ain't got nobody there anyway.
Thank you for reminding me.
God damn.
I do have a question for Mikey when we get to
No.
it. No. Okay, never
He's
mind.
not going to talk about it on air. I don't blame him.
Nothing happened.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
that's sad.
I'm used to it.
See, that's the shit of it all, right? That's all of us. Except Chris. Now, he finally beat somebody down and form out. But having being a Mikey, it's like, it is what it is.
well.
Well, Tim joined and then left, so we might be getting a Tim appearance.
All right, well, first, let me discuss because this podcast has been sponsored.
Ain't no way.
Oh, well, there's a hook to the sponsor. So, okay, I went to the Gallagher Grand Prix at the Speedway on Saturday, right? It's Brickyard Weekend in Indianapolis, so they had IndyCar and the Xfinity Series together, right?
Sure.
So I went to the IndyCar race, basically at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. So me and my cousin Andy, he lives in Michigan now. We've been talking about going to this race, and he texted me 2 weeks ago, and he's like, "Are you going to the race?" I'm like, and I can't afford it, I'm like, I can't do it. I can't swing it.
At least gas is cheaper.
So this is true. So he's like, dude, I'll sponsor you. I'll buy your ticket. Just go. I'm like, are you sure? Are you sure? He's like, yeah, just mention me on your podcast and I'll sponsor you. So the podcast has been sponsored, and I took that money and I bought my race ticket with it to the IndyCar race this past Saturday. Won by Alexander Rossi, I must say. And it was a good race. So anyway, this segment is brought to you by Andy Rolfe, my cousin.
Thanks, Randy. Andy. Whatever.
He lives in Michigan. He's an engineer for GM.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, he's in the Cadillac division. So
by sponsoring us, he hooked us all up with Cadillacs.
Dude, I wish he gets one. Like he'll get a Cadillac that's not even like, they're like, here, drive this and tell us what the bugs are. Like it's not even, the car hasn't even been produced yet. Like it's not even out on the line, and he'll get them.
People are like, what car is that?
Yeah. So Andy's 4 years older than me. So, but he was always that one cousin that was at your house all the time, and we were always hanging out together. Me and my brother Jake and Andy, and
your friend before you made friends.
Basically, yeah. And so he went to the 1981. So I had heard, oh, Andy's at the 500. So that was the first race I ever listened to on the radio. So it's Andy's fault that I live in this cave of IndyCar crap. So if anyone wants to blame my love of Indy 500 and IndyCar, blame Andy. But we just hung out all the time. We used to go to time trials together. We went to the race, went to Carb Day. We used to go to the movies all the time. I was thinking of the movies we went to see, aside from, like, I know we saw like Raiders of the Lost Ark, War Games, Superman, but then you're going into, we saw the Karate Kid movies, the first two Karate Kid movies we went to. So all three Back to the Futures we went to see, Top Gun, and the
Which
first
will
Batman.
be on Paramount streaming soon.
We went to see Batman they didn't do like when they released movies back in the 80s, it was always on Friday. They very rarely did a Thursday or whatever. The only thing I can remember was we saw Back to the Future 2 the night before Thanksgiving. So that was actually the same year as Batman. So we went to the midnight showing of Batman on a Friday night.
Let's just be honest. The Thursday releases are supposed to be midnight releases, but they don't do midnight releases because apparently that's when people dressed as the Joker come shoot up.
Right. But we did. We saw, they showed Batman all day. That was just like, I think that was the first. We just, okay, let's go see Batman. Do you want to go to midnight? Okay. Because, we were young and could afford, we could stay up that late. So me and Andy and his son Luke, we all went to the race this past Saturday. We had a great time. So, he's really smart. His first computer, I can remember he got a computer. Every engineer starts with a computer, right? You get a computer for Christmas, or your parents buy you a computer. This is back in the day. Andy had a TRS-80, which is legendary among the home computers of the 1980s. You either had a Commodore 64 or a TRS-80 came from Radio Shack, which they were called Trash 80s because of TRS, right? So, and all it was a keyboard. The computer was your keyboard, and you hooked it up to a television, like you would at a Nintendo. Where you had the thing in the back to switch from cable to television.
Yes.
So he had a TRS-80. So you had to program everything. Like you didn't have, you couldn't buy stuff. The only thing you could buy were these games. I remember he had a game like the question and answer games. Go through this door, and you say, open door. Door is locked. So look for key. You know what I mean?
Text-based games, yeah.
Yes, the text-based game. So the text-based games were cassettes. So you would plug a cassette player into the back of the computer, and that's how you would play the text-based games. It was just looked like an audio cassette, and that's how I can remember he had a game like that. But we would program stupid stuff in it to, you could buy books with programs in it and program your TRS-80 to do things. So he took that, ran with it. Now he's an engineer for General Motors. So there you go. So that's all it takes, right? Just one little computer, one little interest.
Normally, sponsored segments are like a minute long. That was too long. He owes us more money.
Yes, he owes us Cadillacs now.
Andy's, we're so close that like money never exchanges hands. It's always just like in an exchange. Well, I'll buy this, and that's been going on for 35 years probably.
Yeah,
what we've done. He's one of those people. Since he's in Michigan, I don't get to see him that often. So, but that's our sponsored segment, sponsored by Andrew Rolfe, my cousin, the engineer for GM. Now on to important things.
Anybody started a terminal list?
No.
I
watched something that I said last
what
time,
streaming
so
is it on?
Amazon. It's the big show everyone's talking about right now. So
I watched 2 bad movies this week. They weren't bad. They just weren't. I watched Honor Society. I think is what it was called. Honor Society. It is on Paramount Plus. It's got Gaten Matarazzo from Dusty from Stranger Things.
Mm-hmm.
And it was good up until it got like super gay at the end. Like homosexual gay. I think they just pushed in the gay agenda too much. I don't like I don't mind, gay, straight, I don't care. Just don't push it on me. And I felt like that movie pushed it on me. I mean, it's not a horrible movie, but it ain't. That one kind of bothered me a little. Then I watched Home Team, which is a story about Sean Payton when he got suspended. So he went and coached his kids.
He almost ended Peyton Manning's career and ended Brett Favre's career.
Yes, because he was suspended, and Kevin James plays as a stretch, plays Sean Payton. But it's an Adam Sandler movie. It's got Kevin James, and it's got Rob Schneider. Ken Schneider, or Adam Sandler's wife's in it, and then Taylor Lautner's in it. So, out of Twilight, Robert Pattinson gets to become Batman, and Taylor Lautner is a guy in Adam Sandler movies. So, that's both sides, or that's both ends of the spectrum there.
Nice.
But it's not a good movie. It's really not. It's okay.
Well, you should have spent your time watching Terminal List then.
I should have.
Pretty fantastic.
I wasted time today. I watched another ghost show called, it's on Discovery Plus, Conjuring Kesha.
It sounds dumb.
What Kesha do you know?
The Kesha that spells her name with a $sign.
That's the Kesha. TikTok, don't stop. That Kesha. She is ghost hunting now.
Oh my gosh.
Next episode, she ghost hunts with Gata.
There's a
Whoever
next
that is.
episode.
The next, yeah, they're on
how
like
to,
it's
how
on.
to get greenlit in the first place.
It's on Discovery. Hold on, I'll tell you how many episodes there are. I watched the
Ever.
first. I watched the first 2 episodes.
I thought it was a one and done kind of thing.
No, like it's a whole damn like a series, and it's not good. Oh, and she sings like if it's haunted or whatever, like she'll sing a song, but she doesn't sing TikTok. So I'm kind of disappointed in this show. So
TikTok on the clock.
yeah, that's the one. So
I'm not gonna
Conjuring,
sing anymore though.
Kesha. Let's see here. I'm going to it right now because it's on my continue watching. Season 1, episode 3. 2 episodes every Friday.
Oh my god! I think we should just get rid of Fridays.
There are 5 episodes. The 5th episode just came out this past Friday. I got Gata is next. Then Kesha and Jojo Fletcher enter a supernatural vortex in search of Bigfoot is episode 4.
Oh my
And
gosh.
then they go to some Kesha faces mortality. That's episode 5. Oh my god.
All right.
Yeah, Whitney Cummings was in the first episode.
Is it supposed to be like a reality, like Ghost Hunters?
It is a
or-
ghost hunting show. Like
Yeah,
yes.
but is it like production? Like,
Yeah, she carries the camera around, and
I mean,
So it's like Ghost Hunters.
it's like Ghost Hunters. Yes.
it
Yeah,
sounds
except-
fake. Like
Except
that's
when we find
that's
the
how you
ghost, we
like-
sing.
that's how it's like that's how you know like ghosts are like fake. Like I could believe I could believe like Ghost Adventures or something. Like that seems more believable than like
And Mikey was
I-
never heard from again.
yeah.
If he haunts us, I'm hiring Kesha to do my ghost haunt.
I'll hire Kesha to haunt him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it either, but curiosity got the best of me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's some of the drugs got the best of you.
He just took a shot at you.
Oh man, I've missed him.
I know he hasn't been in one in like 2 months.
I know.
I would say I keep. It's like the few times that you guys do them on like Monday, it'd be my Monday day, and then you do them on the Sunday, and I'd be working that day. I think there was like one time out of the last like 4 or 5 times that I could have done it, and I was just in such a friggin' piss mood that I was like, I'll end up stabbing Chris.
Which Chris?
So I was like, I can't
mouthy
show
one.
up.
The one who's lived too long already.
Yeah, right.
Which one?
That's true. I can't differentiate you guys for that one either.
I'm
Yeah.
bringing a katana and I'm taking you both down.
She's
He's-
right behind you.
That's for me to know and you to find out. All right,
Too
Mike.
slow.
Talk about your show while you got.
Yeah,
a
talk
chance,
about the show. Let's
because
check it
Yeah.
Chris
out.
keeps talking over you.
Yeah. So I'm, I think 5 episodes in, and there's a total of 8 episodes, about an hour long. Chris Pratt, yes.
It don't have Kesha in it.
No, unfortunately. Well, fortunately, actually. I mean, I don't know how good of actress she is, but so it really like takes a dive into almost like PTSD. Like it shows definitely a different side of that like we've never seen before. Like I don't think I've ever seen before in other shows and movies.
Why is it called Terminal? Terminal?
Yeah, Terminal List.
Terminal List. Why?
yeah,
What
it-
is the Terminal List?
Okay, so first episode, he's a commander of a military squad, and they get ambushed, and his whole squad dies, except him. And then it's this whole conspiracy thing around it, and he's putting together the pieces, and the list is the people who kind of planned this this ambush and everybody behind it.
Ah, okay.
So he's going name by name down this list that he's investigated and found out, and with the journalists and stuff, that he's going like name by name and crossing the fucking. He's killing everyone. It's like that. I think it was the end of the third episode. I was like, this show is ridiculous because it got like really dark, like dark as in like depression dark, like really like despair. Like I don't. It was really like heavy stuff. It's
Really?
crazy. Crazy. Really good though.
How many episodes is it? I don't
8
know.
episodes.
8
Eight
episodes.
episodes.
Yeah.
Are they all like at the same time, or they do once a week?
Yeah, no, it's all available.
It's all
It's,
available. Okay.
it's I think it's on Amazon.
So not to change the subject really quick, but I just saw on Twitter, Colts and Odell Beckham Jr. are closing on a deal.
Shut the front door.
Yeah. I
Seriously?
do. Yeah. I just saw a tweet. Someone retweeted his Odell's tweet back in March that he said Matt Ryan to the Colts is actually low key fire. Like it's going to be good for them.
Dude,
So
we should go to.
so he was
to,
interested. He was kind of interested back in March.
we should go to training camp. It's
Nah.
free.
I ain't got no time. I work too much. And plus, Friday is state fair competition for band.
Well, I work on Friday, so
Well, I don't because I took it off.
I was talking about a Saturday because
Well, I work Saturday, so
well, that's because you suck.
that's because my job sucks.
I work Friday and Saturday.
Ooh.
I'm supposed to be off Friday. We'll see. I might work.
And Thursday and Wednesday and Tuesday and Monday.
What?
What?
I forget what I was gonna. I forget what I was
Are we
gonna
gonna,
say.
are
after
we
the
gonna talk
whole-
about all the dead celebrities lately? Holy crap!
Oh
they're
yeah, rest in
like
peace,
flies.
Michelle Nichols. Ohora.
Ahura, not Ahura.
That's how I've always pronounced it. So
Ahura.
yeah,
She's a horror.
that's
She
not how it
died.
sounds.
Then Wally Cleaver died, but he didn't die. But then he did die the next day.
Someone finally twisted the knife.
They just, kinked off the oxygen line. Who else died? Like
Bill
there was a bunch
Russell.
of
Bill Russell.
Bill. Yeah, that's right. And who else? I tweeted. Who else died? Oh, the lady who was the voice of Ursula in The Little Mermaid. She died.
Yeah, I forgot about her dying. She was kind of like, I don't know if the least known, but like the
David Warner died. He was the guy in Titanic, like the a-hole, like cop guy,
Oh, one of the first doctors died from Doctor Who. I'm pretty sure.
yeah. I remember seeing that.
And then Paul Sorvino died too.
Yeah, the guy from
Guy from Goodfellas.
Goodfellas. Yeah, I knew it was one of those guys. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Rip.
A lot of dead people. Oh well, they're dead anyway, so they're dead.
Wow. So inconsiderate. Well, they're dead.
Thanks for your service, everyone.
Okay, so I want to bring something up really quick. I think I said last 2 weeks ago, I guess, that I am doing a Game of Thrones rewatch in preparation. I know it's a prequel, but I'm getting my mind and body ready. Mikey, didn't you rewatch all of Game of Thrones lately?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
this-
I think it was maybe towards the beginning of the year.
So I don't know if you did this, but I'm kind of doing it, and I don't mind it. But certain storylines I'm fast forwarding through, like Renly
No.
You
Baratheon.
can't
I
do
fast
that.
forward through his story because like, well, he's gonna die at the end of the season anyways from the Ghost
Who?
Monster. The gay Stannis Baratheon's gay brother.
You can't just like pick and choose your story. That's not fair.
I
Yeah,
know
watch the
how
whole
it
damn
ends.
thing. You have
No,
to
I don't.
Of course
suffer
you.
every
Of course you
damn
can.
episode.
When I rewatch like a Star Trek series, you really think I watch every single episode? Nah, I
So
bet
you
I-
watch probably 2 out of the series because those are the only ones that are good. Because there's only
No.
2 good episodes in a
of
Star
the
Trek series.
You're
episodes.
disrespecting the screenwriters and the script.
Well, with
Yeah,
how they
well,
ended
well,
Game of Thrones,
not
I
every-
can
not every-
disrespect them all I
They
want.
disrespected me.
this thing's called filler that I don't need to see.
Wiener, wiener,
I-
wiener, wiener, wiener.
I know
wiener.
how every storyline ends, so I can skip the storylines I don't want to see again.
It's like when I watch Harry
Rebecca
Potter.
or-
So much of Harry Potter, and I end up watching like the whole movie in like 35 minutes.
So it's like when I skip the first 2 prequel movies because they suck ass so bad.
Yeah,
So-
basically.
But
But
I still
I am-
watch parts of the episodes and the movie.
I'm
Like
like,
you could break Phantom Menace into like 30 minutes, and I think you could watch like the best 30 minutes of the movie, and you'd be fine.
you can watch the last half of Attack of the Clones also.
Yeah. There's
Basically
sand,
turn 'em both
there's
into one
sand
movie.
everywhere, which is kind of like living in Florida because there's like freaking sand everywhere and it just gets all over the place. I kind of relate to Annie.
Hide the
Saints.
younglings.
Oh, gets in your ass crack, and you're like, well, how did this even get in here? You know,
He's
It's
got
just-
sand in his vagina.
He does. Speaking of Star Wars, did you see the Andor trailer?
Yeah.
Dude,
No, I'm
that
not.
show's gonna be awesome.
I
pretty
thought it was
stupid.
like it said Andor, and then like I kind of thought about Endor.
No, not the
I was
damn
like,
teddy bears.
I was like, that'd be cool.
It's
Just
like
a
a
movie
prequel.
about them.
It's like a prequel to a prequel
Yeah, I saw that.
of a sequel. Of a
I don't
prequel.
know. I didn't watch it. I don't know. At first thought, I'm just not interested in it.
It looks good.
I'm interested
Just-
in Star Wars.
Yeah.
It's not like She-Hulk that's coming out soon. I have no interest in She-Hulk, just like I have
Yeah.
no interest.
Well, this talks about Andor talks about how the rebellion started. So it's like a prequel to
You
Rogue
can
One.
watch Rebels and see how it started also.
God.
That was probably my favorite side.
Anyway, I'd rather watch Andor than watch this. Than watch, you know.
Anyway, what I was
Anyway.
going to say about Game of Thrones before I was rudely interrupted. I don't remember what I was going to say about Game of Thrones now.
Yeah.
That you skip all the parts that don't have wieners in.
Oh, yeah, basically. So I'm to season 3, like episode 3, I think. Basically, the last thing I saw was Ghost murk a White Walker.
Are you gonna skip the whole season where Arya is trying to find out who her face is, and
No, I
the
like
guy's
that
the guy's turning into a rock slowly?
I like that season.
That's the slowest season.
No, I think honestly, season 1 is probably the worst season, in my opinion.
No, dude. What's his name?
I-
He gets his head cut off.
Yeah.
Starts it all. That's really good.
And I didn't watch it because I was going to be sad again that, he died. So if I don't watch him die, he never dies in my heart.
Arya grows a set. We find out how big of a baby Joffrey is, and his mom and brother and uncle are doing it in the tower, and till they're
Well,
rudely interrupted.
I-
Stupid
and-
kid.
Kimberly is like on season 2. She's like, she told me to not wait for her, but she's not going to watch it. I know that for sure. But I'm afraid that I'm going to watch the Red Wedding and she's going to see it.
Well, you have to watch the Red Wedding.
Oh, of course I'm going to watch the Red Wedding, but I'm going to be screaming at the TV for Rob
Red
to.
Robin win.
What episode is it that we start liking Jamie and the Hound calls everybody the C word like every episode? Is that like season 4?
Season 2 is when the Hound starts calling everyone a cunt because that's
yeah.
because whatever happened at the Battle of Blackwater Bay.
He teams up with one of the girls, don't he?
Yeah,
Ain't he with
the,
Arya?
with Arya, and then he kind of he fights Brienne.
Is that where Brienne comes in, and then we
Yeah.
start liking Jamie Lannister?
Yeah, we start liking Jamie after he gets his hand cut off.
Yes.
Because he kind of comes down to earth a little bit. And then completely down to earth.
So
by
how do
the
you know
end.
which ones to skip?
I remember how storylines go.
Nah, I feel like I'm with Preston. There's definitely you can definitely skip through. Like, I mean, I doubt you. Are you skipping whole episodes, Chris?
No, I'm skipping. You
No,
know,
you're
when
just
it's a story.
Oh,
when
hey,
it's
I
like-
know that there's 15 minutes of bullshit talking that has
Yeah.
nothing to do with anything, so I'm just gonna skip it.
Yeah,
I do
15
that
minutes of talking they're never going to come back to this conversation that they just
So
had.
you
I
fast
think that was-
forward through episodes.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
plenty of anime that like full episodes are like just almost all talking about our feelings, and I don't need to know. I just want to see people beat the shit out of each other.
Naruto is fighting Madara. Let's have a 20 episode arc about, what happened during the Guinean exams.
Sure.
You know exactly what I'm talking about. The random, arcs in the middle
Yeah.
of the fifth Shinobi War. Anyways, let's talk about. So we teased it last time. I don't know if Tim didn't hear it probably.
I'm here. What?
You weren't here last time though to know what our topic was going to be this time. What is a show that recently is out now or recently ended that in 20 or maybe 30 years will be a classic in the same eyes of like Andy Griffin, Seinfeld, Friends, and nothing
Wait,
easy like something that's already legendary like Game of Thrones.
Can you say?
uh,
Can you repeat the question? I was too busy trying to
What?
avoid trying to look at a cop.
What?
Why you
What
got
it-
weed on you?
No, yes, actually.
It's legal over there though. Right?
Yeah, I know, but I still don't want to have to deal with that shit.
Oh yeah, sure.
What? What is a show that's out now or ended recently that you think in 20 years will be a classic? In the same eyes of like Friends or Seinfeld or the Andy Griffin Show or Leave It to Beaver.
I mean, like Big Bang Theory, maybe.
Yeah, I was going to say I think Big Bang Theory will be.
I
Like
can
it's
see that.
already kind of up there, but I think it's only gonna get more.
Yeah, I
uh,
think as like
it's
our
gonna get, like,
generation.
more and more attention as time goes on because it'll be more like a classic.
Yeah. I can see Big Bang Theory. It hits a lot of like the feels for the time. A bunch of nerds just trying to be themselves. I was gonna say. I think I kind of hinted at it last week. I was gonna say Supernatural.
Supernatural, yeah.
Supernatural
I
had
would
what
see that.
12, 13 seasons.
I think it
of-
had 15.
It had however many seasons of almost always a good season. They had one or two bad seasons. The Leviathan season or the British Brotherhood season.
Classic
15.
4 seasons they could just get rid of, and it still would be the same quality show.
Yeah, and I recently finished the show and I cried at the end of it. It was so good.
I'm with you there. I'm scrolling through the list here. I always like Community when I watch that. I think that
Community has a cult following
Okay.
right now.
Yeah.
I think I agree with you on Community though. Community is really good, except for season 3 when they fired Dan Harmon.
Yeah.
But that season was still pretty funny. It wasn't the same quality.
I'm picking The Office.
It's not
Yeah.
over yet, but I pick South Park. I always pick South Park for everything, but I pick
Yeah.
it again.
South Park is a safe pick, just like Game of
agree.
Thrones or Rick and Morty.
That's why I think the Office has already reached. It's like kind of like the Big Bang Theory. It's starting to reach that.
Yeah, Office has almost reached Friends level in my
Yeah,
opinion.
it's getting that close. I agree with that. That show's freaking hilarious. I'm rewatching it again because it's so funny. Because I pick up more the more stuff I watch, and they have these super fan episodes on on Peacock with deleted scenes where they've added extra scenes to already classic episodes. So
I think how I Met Your Mother it ended like 8 years ago, but
you know, what was that
What?
one with the people from Indiana? And I'm not talking Parks and Recreation. Was that the
Oh.
middle?
No, that was Parks and Rec.
No, yeah, Parks and Recreation's from Indiana, but I think
Yeah.
the middle is too.
I think so. Yeah.
That is one of those. It had Patricia Heaton in it, didn't it?
Yeah.
The middle.
Yeah, the middle. That
The
is
one
going
with
to
the
be one of
janitor.
those.
Love that show.
That
the janitor.
it is a
Props.
funny show, and
The
I think
one-
it's going to be one of those that kind of sneaks up and is on TV a lot, and I think people are going to start watching it and liking it.
New Girl.
Yeah, New Girl. I'm watching New
New
Girl on
Girl's
Netflix.
good.
That show's funny.
Yeah,
I think
I don't
years
think
ago.
New Girl will reach that level. I
Schmitty.
think it'll be good,
But-
but I don't think it'll reach that level.
here's the thing, though, Chris. So
Yeah.
when I was a kid, it wasn't just Leave It to Beaver or Andy Griffith. It was I Love
There was
Lucy.
only 5
It-
shows on
it
when
was-
you were
hold
a
on.
kid.
It was I Love Lucy, Petticoat Junction, Green Acres, The Brady Bunch, Gilligan's Island, Dobie Gillis. So you had all these sitcoms that you started watching you had never heard of before. Hazel, Bewitched, and they all get their own little following. And so I think there's room for, like I said, places people like the middle, Malcolm in the Middle, probably. Any
Modern
kind of
Family.
sitcom, Modern Family, exactly. I think they'll catch up. It's just going to take a while. But I do believe the middle's a funny show. It really is. They're based out of Indiana too, I think. So
There's a lot of shows based out of Indiana. Come to think of it.
A city where nothing's a state where nothing's happening. Indiana. Let's go.
There's more than corn
True.
in Indiana.
there is more than corn in Indiana.
Oh yeah, wheat, right?
No, we don't do wheat. We do more like beans, soybeans.
There's wheat. There's winter wheat. Don't lie.
Yeah, but there's more soybeans than there is winter wheat.
Very true. And tomato farms. There's a lot of tomato.
I don't know. We're losing our cornfields because they keep building housing additions in the cornfields. So.
There's plenty of.
Yep.
Still.
But so the middle. What else is out that they could sneak in there? Because like already, like George Lopez is
The Good
on.
Place.
The what?
The Good Place. It lasted like 5 or 6 seasons.
Eh.
I think. I don't know if it'll reach the same level. Like I don't know. I'm trying to think of like show like a Frasier level maybe.
Well, a lot of what a lot of issue is. I don't know if it's a problem now, but I know like it was in the '80s, like WKRP in Cincinnati, and like the Wonder Years. So they had all this great music that went, because WKRP in Cincinnati was a radio station. The Wonder Years was based in the '80s, or not? It was made in the '80s, but it was based on the '60s. But they only had the rights to music for so long, so you don't see those on streaming.
I never thought about that.
So I think there could be some '80s stuff out there that you may not see because of that. Because on
You
what
would
am I
think
watching?
they would get like a thing of like, hey, we kind of used it in the past, so
Well, like WKRP, like they've put other music over like the other stuff, and you can kind of tell it's
Right.
kind of cheesy. It's not the original. But I knew the Wonder Years was having the issues with that because the music rights ran out. Now I think it's like unlimited. You know what I mean? If it's in the show, it's in the
Yeah.
show forever. So,
have you guys seen the show Lucifer?
Lucifer's a
forget-
good show.
I forget what it started on, but Netflix bought it. It is really good.
well, Law and Order's huge. People still watch the Law and Order reruns.
Which Special Victims Unit or
I don't know. What's the other one?
SVU,
What's the other one? That's
SSU.
what's the CSI?
CSI, Las Vegas, New York, Miami. I think they tried it in LA.
I haven't seen CSI since Paramount since Spike became Paramount.
They took it. They shut CSI hit like a point where it just was oversaturated and just died a bad death. They are bringing it back though with like the original cast that they didn't kill off.
Like the
but-
girl from Picard.
Yeah. And then like the main guy that retired, the old guy.
Yeah.
I think the problem with CSI was it just got so unrealistic because they're lab techs, they're not police.
Right. It's kind of like Quincy in the 80s. Quincy was a autopsy, like a doctor, right?
Yeah.
And he'd always get like involved, and people were knocking him out because he found out too much. Because he was like, "Dude, you're just a guy who tells people how the people died. That's all you are." But they
You-
made it like really dramatic. And,
You know what's a great show that I forgot to even mention? Columbo.
ooh, I love Columbo. Just one more thing.
Just one more thing.
No,
One
you
more
know what's
thing.
good is Rockford Files.
Never seen it.
Are you kidding me? Oh my God, you got to find it. I think it's on Peacock.
One thing about
Gotta watch
Columbo,
Rockford Files. It's got James Garner in it.
the guy that played Castiel modeled his character off of Columbo.
Who?
Castiel in Supernatural was modeled after Columbo.
Really? Peter Falk?
Isn't his name like Mila?
Milo.
Is that Milo? Oh, the guy from The Art of Racing in the Rain?
I have no idea.
I don't. It sounded like you just spoke another language.
No, like there was a movie called The Art of Racing in the Rain. It's got Milo something or other. He waved the green flag at the Indy 500 one time.
Was he a short guy?
I don't know. I didn't see him in person. The art.
Misha Collins.
Misha.
Oh,
I don't know why I was
Misha.
thinking Milo.
I don't know. I for some reason I was
Milo
thinking Milo.
Ventimiglia is the guy from The Art of Racing in the Rain.
Milo Yiannopoulos was a hilarious guy on Twitter that got banned.
Milo Ventimiglia. He was in The Art of Racing in the Rain. That's a really good movie, actually. He was in Creed 2.
Speaking of Creed, did you see what's happening with Creed and Rocky right now?
Are they still fighting in heaven? Because
Stallone like lost the rights to it or something, and like he is like throwing shit at them right now.
to Creed, he lost the
Yeah.
rights to Creed.
Creed and Rocky, and they're like remaking it, and he threw shade at Dolph Lundgren for what he did to it, because apparently Dolph is like involved and just completely changed it.
I did not know that. Well, so what are they doing?
Apparently, just changing the story completely almost. I don't know exactly. I keep seeing stuff on on Twitter about it.
Rocky is short for rocket launcher man.
I deleted TikTok, so there goes a lot of my news sources right there. TikTok is just bad. I was using it too much and had to get a break from it, and I really don't miss it. Except
Yeah.
when like the group chat posts,
That's what alcoholics say about beer.
except
Chris.
when everybody's just posting TikTok links all the time. I'm like, I really want to watch these, but I'm staying with TikTok.
I don't miss it. I don't miss not remembering what I did last night or how I ended up in this pool of vomit. But they really do.
Shut up.
I mean, you could always just keep it on your phone and only use it every once in a while.
Yeah, be responsible.
You just need a little bit of self control.
I mean, I can still open up the links and watch the links. On the
Yeah,
web
but
browser.
it's so annoying. I mean, I don't even have TikTok downloaded on my phone, and it's wicked annoying to open up links like that.
TikTok's got some funny shit on it.
Anybody got anything else, or
Mystery Science Theater 3000.
what about Mystery Science?
It's gonna
Theater?
blow up. I don't know. I'm watching it now. It's freaking hilarious.
When's the next
talking about
Riff
old
Track? I
shows.
forget.
What?
When's the next
It's August 18th. It's the day after the Korn Evanescence concert. I think. Is it Korn Evanescence or is it Breaking Benjamin?
Is that Evanescence just playing in a field of corn?
No, Korn
We're
the
going.
band.
We're going, right, Chris?
To Corn Evanescence? Damn
No,
right.
the riff tracks.
That's the plan.
Well, I'll buy your tickets.
Well, I mean, no, I want to go. I just gotta make
Oh
sure.
no. The
It's
deal
the
is you buy the
18th. It
tickets and I
is-
buy your popcorn.
It is the day after Breaking Benjamin, Allison Chains, and Bush, right, Mikey? You're going, right?
What's
Mikey-
Mikey on to?
Did Mikey leave us?
He's here.
Is he still there?
You might have to take a piss or something.
Oh, well,
That's
we
what
got
I got.
Allison Chains, Breaking Benjamin, and Bush on August 17th. And then the 18th
Are
is
you
Riff
two going to
Tracks.
that?
Me and Josie are going, and I think Mikey's going too. I think Mikey bought tickets too. We just got lawn seats.
I got a question about Josie. Is she in the Kokomo marching band?
No, she's in choir.
Okay, because that Kimberly's marching band's competed against Kokomo's twice.
Uh-huh.
Kokomo's marching band is so good. They just don't have. So there's ISMA and then there's track band. Track
Yes.
band is for smaller schools, really.
Okay.
It's kind of think of ISMA as the NBA and track band as the D League.
Their show
that's-
choir, I think, is part of ISMA.
It is. ISMA is the big stuff.
Yeah, that's
But
the show
Kokomo
choir.
doesn't have the numbers in their band to compete against like Carmel. I went to the state championship for ISMA last year. Carmel had like 300 kids in their band.
Oh, yeah, I don't doubt it. I mean, it's the
But-
same way with their show band. Like we went to a show, and like they had two different competitions going on at the same time because
Uh-huh.
people like Zionsville and Carmel
They
got
have
like
so many kids.
60 kids. Yeah.
But Kokomo's in state fair band, and they are just so stinking good. They don't have the numbers to compete because ISMA is school size and state fair band is band size.
I
So.
got you. She's been feeling under the weather lately. She's been fighting migraines. She had a really bad Saturday.
Well, I just thought I saw her.
So
I thought I saw her, and I was gonna say hi to the girl, but I was like, that'll be creepy. So
yeah, no, it wasn't her. She's not in band.
I'm pretty sure
does.
she would say hi to. No, I don't think she would even say hi. To
She
me.
would probably know who you are. But I think she got to start school tomorrow. Ugh, that's
It really
unbelievable.
starts next week, and I can't believe it.
I can't believe. Yeah, Kokomo starts tomorrow, so she's got her first day of school tomorrow. We're supposed to go to Vintage Fest, which is this big vintage, like they sell vintage clothing and crap up in Valpo
I heard about that.
on
Someone was talking
Saturday.
about
But if she's having issues with migraines, we may not be able to go. She's gonna have.
Has she cut out like soda or something?
She doesn't drink a lot, and she had a really bad.
Okay, well, there's the issue right there.
I-
She needs
I
to drink more
agree.
water.
I told her mom if she goes, I'm gonna take a cooler of water with us. But
I drink
like
at
she-
least. How much is it?
She went to Indiana Beach with one of her friends on Saturday, and she got a really bad migraine. She was throwing up. They took her to the ER. They couldn't find her vein to put an IV in. I'm like,
'Cause she's
that's
dehydrated.
dehydration.
I
So
have a hydro flask that's 40 ounces. I drink at least 2 of these a day. I drink
Really?
at least 80 ounces of water a day.
She didn't like to drink because she doesn't like to pee all the time. And I'm like, well, now she knows the consequences if she doesn't go to. It's either
Put a
you
cork
pee all
in
the
it.
time or you go to the ER. You know, there's your choices.
So, okay. This is going to be kind of random, but so a year ago today, I had my second surgery for my broken foot.
Okay.
It came up on my memories. One thing that I never told anybody, Kimberly knows and my parents know, and that's it.
They
I
gave you a
complained.
sex change while they did your
Yeah,
foot.
I was gonna
job.
say they give you a sex
No.
change.
But so one thing, so I would have to, if I had to go pee, especially at night, I would have to get my boot on and get my crutches and go to the bathroom because by the time I got to the
I'd be
bathroom, I
keeping
couldn't
up.
hold it anymore.
I'd be
should
keeping a
just grab
pee
the
thing
bottle.
next to my bed.
Be in
I
a fucking
should have
bottle.
kept the bottle, but
A
I didn't
Gatorade
want to.
bottle? They're like
Um,
made for us.
The problem I got was now is I've trained my body. I'm trying to untrain it that anytime I have to pee, I have to pee right then. So it's like I run to the bathroom anymore, like whenever I have to go. It's a weird like side effect of I guess my broken foot.
That's weird.
I know.
Speaking of having to go, no.
Speaking of having to go, enjoy this
With the-
live stream.
Literal live stream.
For those who don't know, we used to take our Xbox mics to the bathroom and just pee, and we'd call it a live stream.
On live stream. That's funny.
Mikey,
What
if
is
you're
that?
talking, we can't hear you. Just so you
What
know.
is that noise? Are you peeing? Are you in the bathroom right now?
Zach was the worst one about it.
And you could always tell because of the wicked loud echo.
Oh, if I'm talking to my ex-wife in Florida, it's like we're like best friends. So we'll talk for like a really long time, like every 3 or 4 weeks at a time. You know, if I've got to pee, guess what? She's going in the bathroom with me and I pee. I don't even care.
Well, that's what Kimberly. When Kimberly and I weren't living together, I take the phone in there. And use
She'd
the
be like, "Are you peeing?" I'm like, "You know, I have a baby bladder."
You're also old, so your bladder's like the size of like a Coke.
Shut up! It's always been like this. Nothing's changed.
Did you know that actually a bigger bladder is worse?
What?
Your
that she-
bladder enlarges, and that's why you can't hold your pee anymore. It's not that it shrinks. You do want a smaller bladder.
I do have a baby bladder. I just can't hold a lot. They said my bladder's more active than normal people. It's always been like this.
Well, that's like why when you have to pee, if you push on like your bladder, it feels like hard because it's full of goddamn urine.
Right.
Your pee isn't held in the bladder; it's held in the balls. God.
In the balls.
Yep,
In
in
the
the balls
balls.
is where the pee is held. Don't at me.
He's been feeling other people's balls. I gotta
Yep.
pee. Feel this?
Oh, I don't have anything else to talk about. It might be a shorter episode, but that's okay. No one.
Where did Mikey go?
I don't know. I have a feeling he's sitting there talking to himself.
No, I had work thing.
Oh.
Fucking
Oh, so are
assholes.
Breaking Benjamin on the 17th, right?
Yeah.
You're going. Are you sitting in the lawn too?
Yeah.
You got lawn seats? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to meet up with you when we get down there because I know me and Josie are going. I just don't know when because I haven't got my
Yeah.
schedule out.
I know.
I just told him I had to be done by 3. So
Yeah, my cousin's going too, so I don't know if I'll ride down with her or something. I don't know.
all right, that's cool.
But
We can meet down there. I mean, there's
oh
something.
yeah. Oh yeah.
That'll work. Yeah, that's the 17th, and then 18th is Rift Tracks, and the 24th is Corn and Evanescence.
Mikey, you gonna come to the Rift Tracks with us on the 18th?
He's always working.
What's that?
He's a workaholic.
You know what Rift
I
Tracks
have-
is?
I have that day off.
The
'Cause
18th?
because I took because the concert's on the 17th, right?
Right.
Yeah, so I took a half day, so I can still go to the concert and work,
Uh huh.
and then I just took that whole Thursday off, so
That's
I could
Rift
stay at
Tracks.
so I could take that, so I could just sleep in, have that whole night to enjoy the concert, and not have to worry about getting up in the morning.
Like I do.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to Rift Tracks on the 18th.
For what movie?
Swamp Thing Returns.
No, I don't. Look,
Hey,
I like the idea of Rift Tracks, but it's not. I get it's like gonna be a totally different movie experience than just watching it, but that's not my thing. It's not.
Wow.
Miss out. Jeez. Are they showing it in Carmel or is it to Castleton?
I think it's at Castleton. I think
We'll have
we
to go
looked
to
last-
Castleton to go to the see
All
Rift
right.
Tracks.
You got the body armor.
Right?
All right. Anybody got a shower thought?
No, that's Mikey's job.
Mikey?
I don't have it.
You don't have a shower thought?
I don't.
Well, we'll see.
Well, what were you thinking about in the shower today?
I haven't took a shower yet today.
How about any bookmark worth more than $1 is just a waste of money because you could just use the dollar?
I
I like that.
What are you
don't
doing?
know.
I'm buying this bookmark. How much is it? It's $4. Like, you might as well just use $1.
Yeah, but that's not what dollars are made for.
So you're going to spend more than $1 on a bookmark when you could have just used the dollar. And if you lose it, like, you still have $3 left.
Well, the idea of bookmark could be anything. You don't have to buy a bookmark for a bookmark's sake.
I mean, you
You
could
just
just
I
use
just, you know what? When I buy
a
a
piece
book,
of paper or
when I buy a
uh,
book,
a-
I use the
playing
receipt
card
from
or
the book
something.
I bought as a book.
yeah. That's something. Yeah, Bookmark is just big book company trying to
It's
get.
just big book.
Just trying to get all the money they want.
Is this true? Hold on, maybe y'all can tell me because I don't play games. It's funny how most gamers prefer keyboards, which were not made to play games, over other controllers, which were specifically made to play games with.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Is that a true thing?
PC.
Y'all use a keyboard, which ain't made for a game. Instead, okay.
I mean, the
Um,
good thing about a keyboard is you have more buttons, so you can like hotkey things to different places.
you're more accurate with your mouse, quicker movement.
Cheat.
Um,
What it's called?
yeah, you guys get aim assist though, bitch.
Yeah.
How about if you're really good at online games and have played for years? The odds are pretty good that you have caused someone to break something in their house out of frustration.
I cherish that thought.
How about my own hand?
Tim did it to himself. See, I cherish the thought of me in Black Ops 2, totally not spawn camping people. I hope I made somebody break something.
I mean, I've thrown many a tomahawk, though. I think that I made a few people at least rage quit from a tomahawk.
How about half an inch doesn't seem like much until you sit down on a toilet with the seat up?
That's so true.
Huh.
Feels like you're falling like from space.
How about this? If you played video games enough, you probably played with a celebrity.
Nah.
I don't
Lame.
think I've ever played with a celebrity.
With how many games I have played, I probably played with some celebrity somewhere.
Maybe like an amateur, like pro player or something.
So
Alright.
yeah.
Here's a
Yeah.
good one. The only difference between being murdered and being assassinated is how important you are in the public eye.
We all die.
Assassination
You either
implies
kill
import-
yourself or get killed.
My ex-girlfriend used to say that all the time. Assassination implies importance.
I remember like my nephew, like when he was younger, he's like, we were talking about like people getting shot or something. He was talking about Tupac getting assassinated. I'm like, presidents get assassinated, not like singers. Are they important enough to get assassinated, or they just get shot? They just get murdered, right?
I also feel like assassination has to be like
That's like a
quietly.
That's like a political thing, right?
It's gotta
Like
be. It's gotta be political, pretty much.
That's
Or-
that's what I thought.
Well, I
That's
feel like
what-
it's gonna be like long range. Like you can't assassinate somebody like point blank, like in front of a
Franz
crowd,
Ferdinand,
right in front of somebody. I feel like
Bobby
that's
Kennedy.
Hey, we almost
Bob-
witnessed
Bobby
Nancy
Kennedy got
Pelosi.
assassinated.
Nancy Pelosi might have been the new Franz Ferdinand today.
Did she? What? Somebody threatened to have a threat? She had a threat against
You
her?
didn't see? She flew to Taiwan, and China was
cool.
threatening to blow her out of the sky.
I heard that they like.
They
She
had-
was like, "I don't care what the military says. I'm going anyway."
Yeah, they had like 8 F-15s. And the Taiwan was escorting her, and then China sent up a bunch of planes to intercept them, but they never did.
I
They
mean,
turned back.
I guess Pelosi is a national figure, I guess, but is she really that important?
She's
Really
number
miss-
3 in the
She's-
United States.
She's
Oh, okay,
Speaker of the
well,
House, right?
Yeah, she's
Okay.
Speaker of the
Number 3.
House, so she's number 3 in the
She's
U.S.
number 3. Yeah, she's
Okay.
pretty important.
okay. Not to belittle her.
As
or
as
anything.
No,
be
no.
literal
It's-
or
it's
as much
how-
as you want.
It's how much I know of our American government.
I know we say we don't get political. I know we do our best not to get too political, but she is probably one of the worst politicians out there.
I feel like
She's
every-
probably one of the worst people
I mean,
out there.
I guess that's how you get that job, though. I mean, you gotta fucking bite ankles and shit,
Or get bought out by China.
I always thought
China
Ed
owns her
Sheeran
ass.
or
was a
or
great political figure,
or
'cause he
be like
likes to
Dan
steal.
Campbell and go for the knees. But yeah, so like it looks like I looked up the definition for assassinate. It says murder parentheses an important person and a surprise attack or political or religious reasons. So Yes, it is different. Murder.
It's Tupac and-
Murder. Unlawful, premeditated killing.
I mean, aren't most killings unlawful?
Yeah, I
Not
mean,
all,
yeah.
all killings are unlawful.
What's the all right? What the heck's a lawful killing?
When I
it's
kill like a
self-defense.
pedophile,
self-defense.
Lethal
Yep.
injection.
killing a pedophile,
Different types,
uh,
contexts are justified. Something justified.
Justifiable homicide.
Yeah.
when
So,
you
yeah.
360 no scope somebody.
Oh,
Bang.
Any Cowboys fan?
Tim just doesn't even think.
Wow.
Can't see me, but my face is really close to my phone right now.
So when Chris says something like, or no, wait. So when Tim says Godfather 2 sucks, it might be justifiable for Chris to kill Tim.
Right. That's exactly right. Or when he says Star Trek is the greatest thing in the world. That one too.
I mean, it is the greatest thing.
I was like DDoS attack, yo. Your whole that right now.
Can we see you now? Oh, dang it.
No.
All right,
Shit.
you can listen to us and watch us. Oh, shirtless Tim. Oh my God, I didn't know you worked for Xfinity.
Who works for Xfinity?
Yeah, sorry, the South Park episode when the Comcast employees are rubbing their nipples.
Oh, let me get my manager. Ooh, I'm sorry. The closest we can get somebody out is 3.
I just watched that like a week or two ago.
Anyways, you can watch us at YouTube. You can get a hold of us at Pod Nerds on Twitter and Hoosier Nerds on Facebook. You can listen to us at Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, and TuneIn Radio. That's the other one.
Yeah.
And
Who's your nerds?